or a website that I want them to play around with, and I don't want them to either get distracted by the ads, or I don't want them to kind of see some of the other stuff that might be on that website, I just tell them to click clearly as soon as it pops up. And you just click it again and it goes away.
And you just go through and add those through the Google Apps.
Yeah, well, you can, if you've got it set up in the Chromebook Management Console for your students to have the ability to add their own extensions, then they can do that. Or if you go into the Administrative Console, you can actually just say, okay, on every Chromebook in the, I teach at Simmons, so in the Simmons Elementary School group, have these extensions installed on there.
Does it work for non-Chromebooks?
Well, any place that they'll have, any place that they log into Chrome, that extension will travel with. So if you're down in a lab, or if they've got a MacBook, if they, wherever they're logged into Chrome, that extension will pop up.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, if you guys check the chat, I created a document that we can share notes with. So if you guys want to add your extensions or your add-ons there.
Great, thank you, Michael.
Yeah, no problem. I'll keep that open too after this, so you guys can access it later.
Super nerd, my friend. I love it.
I think, was it Donnie was talking about Clearly? Isn't readability similar to that too?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's pick what your favorite is. I mean, I like Clearly because it syncs to Evernote. I mean, I don't use Evernote, but I think that there's a way in Clearly, if they click it, it'll save a link to it, or either save the text right into Evernote. So that one's pretty helpful. Yeah. Let's see. Trying to think of a few more ones that I found that have been pretty helpful. Let's see. Michael, I saw you had the Snagit Chrome on yours.
Yeah, I haven't played around with that one too much though. I just downloaded that one before the break. It's great. So you guys know like Snagit or TechSmith. They make like Camtasia screencasting and stuff. What Snagit allows you to do is this little extension right here. You just click it and it lets you capture an image on your screen and then annotate it, right? And then easily share it out with your students. So if I wanted to grab this image of Charlie Strong, you just click it. And I don't know if you can see the little window that popped up. Can you see it? Probably you can't. Yeah. Okay, well, hang on. Let me see if I can change my screen share here. That way you see my whole desktop. Let's see. Ah, recursion. Okay, let me try this again. So you can actually grab an image. Can you see it now? Should say like library. Is it popping up?
Yep. Yes, now I see.
Okay. So then this is synced to your Google Drive, right? So up here you can give your image a title. You can just call it like Charlie Strong, whatever the image is that you want. And then you can annotate it, right? You can add text to it, whatever. It's really simple, but then it saves automatically to your drive. And then if you wanted to share this image out with like your staff or whatever, you just click Share in the lower right-hand corner, and then you see the link shortened right here. You just copy that, and then you can email out that image to your staff or your students and say, hey, here's here's how you sign up for this. Or if your students have this extension installed, you could actually have them go in and maybe grab a primary source image, annotate it, point out things that are interesting to them, and then kind of share that link with you. But anyway, those are my three favorites.
That's cool.
Thanks, Donnie. That was great.
No problem.
Okay, any other questions? Issues you guys are having?
It's like Denise is talking about scripts in the chat. It's a good topic to discuss.
Yeah, I'm Denise Wright, and I teach online, and I'm running a credit recovery program right now, and we use Google Forms for students because they sign up weekly for our classes. They start every single Monday. It's a rolling enrollment. So the forms are great because they get to select their start date, and then they get the, I figured out how to do the form emailer where they get the email back with the confirmation. But, I'm probably fairly a novice, still learning a lot about Google Docs, and to even set up a form emailer for me is sort of difficult. Like, I have to watch a tutorial on YouTube, and it has to go every semester. As we start a new semester, I have to go over it and make sure my form emailer is correct. And I'm familiar with Flubaroo. I'm familiar with Doctopus. Have I delved into them that deeply yet? No, but again, I just find, I struggle with setting up the step-by-step with the scripts. So if you have any suggestions, collections of tutorials would be great. And I'm just wondering if you all, if you use any other scripts in education that you find helpful. I was watching one time, like when I was looking at all that JavaScript code, I heard at some place you could actually cut and paste it into an Excel document and actually run the whole script. I was just like, this is over my head, all that language. So I'm just wondering about your input on all that. Thanks.
Sorry, I've been talking too much. Someone else talk.
As far as the scripts you were mentioning, those are the ones that I use the most. Doctopus, Flubaroo. I use G-class folders just to manage everything because, with 170 students, we need that. And it's like anything. If I use it, daily or weekly, I get used to it, and it's there's so many steps that you just kind of have to plow through it and just keep working with it, and it gets easier. Are there any other scripts that you guys are aware of?
Sorry, you say you use scripts with Google Drive. Is that for your students when they're submitting work into folders?
No.
Script that actually causes certain work to go into certain folders?
There is something called G-class folders, which you set up, and that's like a management system. And from there, you have an assignment folder for each student where they could submit folders. Then you have a view folder, which any student can see, but they can't alter the document. And so this program, this G-class folders, will actually set up all your folders for you in the beginning of the year or semester. Automatically create those, and you're the owner of those folders, which is the awesome part, because then you can do things like set embargoes on assignments so that they cannot edit their assignments after the due date and so forth. So G-class folders is somewhere where I would start if you're at a middle school or high school level. I would definitely look into that.
I use the Autocrat script a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Autocrat, what it does is it populates an email, or I have it set up where basically I use it for my weekly behavior report with my students, where I've got one form, right, that I fill out, and I would show it to you, but it's got my students' names and parents' email addresses on there, so sorry. But basically, I fill out the form, right, and it's got all the different categories that I kind of rank my students' behavior on. Exceptional, where did they do well, where did they fail. And when I fill out the form each week, I click my student's name, and then I click their parent's email address, and it all populates into a Google spreadsheet. And if you've got the Autocrat script installed on that spreadsheet, it'll email your parents or my parents the basically a PDF or a Google Doc with the information on there filled out. I mean, I use it because I teach 5th grade, so I use it for more like parent communication, but I've seen principals use it for like administrative walkthroughs, which is not my favorite thing in the world. But I mean, you can use it for anything that you just want to be able to fill out a form and then email people results or whatever you clicked on there. It's about an hour learning curve. There's lots of YouTube videos on how to set it up. It's called Autocrat. It's one of the better ones out there.
All right, so unfortunately, I think we're coming to the end of our time here, right? The next session is going to be at 10:10. And I'm looking here at the EdcampHOME page, Google Plus page, and looks like the link is not up for you to sign up yet. But wanted to thank everyone for participating in this session about GAFE in the classroom. And I think we have some good ideas here on some things to look into. Thank everyone for participating and having a great day today.
Thank you for sharing all of your great work.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Is there anything in the chat area that we need to like copy and paste? I remember that that's what David had emailed about before
Yes.
last.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You can do that too if you'd like.
That's
All right,
okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.